And I was about to spar, before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight.
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga, he hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this.
Keep the speed, Gervonta Tank Davis, if he put on the right weight, put the right weight on, and, you know, have the lean muscle right, he can look fantastic somewhere in the mid-150s, dare I say, close to 160 against Jake Paul.
In stunning new footage, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is seen dropping a heavyweight sparring partner during training for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul. The clip captures Tank's trademark power and perfect timing as he lands a crushing left hand that stops the session on the spot. Fans are calling it clear proof that Davis's speed, accuracy, and knockout power remain on another level, even against opponents far bigger than him. Showbiz The Adult predicts that Gervonta "Tank" Davis will enter the ring around *154 pounds for his fight with Jake Paul, dismissing the idea that Tank will be too small to compete. He explained that Davis has carried that weight before and even trained at *160 pounds*, so this won't be unfamiliar territory. Showbiz also pointed out that Tank has spent years sparring with naturally bigger fighters, which has sharpened his timing, reflexes, and counterpunching against heavier opponents. That experience, combined with his explosive power and high fight IQ, gives him a serious edge. Confident in his prediction, Showbiz made it clear a Jake Paul's size advantage won't matter once Tank connects clean. He boldly stated that Gervonta Davis will knock out Jake Paul and make it look easy.
Say close to 160 against Jake Paul. And dare I say it, I think that's the right thing for him to do. Why? I've been saying this. Number one, fighters need to start fighting closer to their walk-around weight. They're just healthier that way. They're just better and healthier that way. I mean, I know it's probably surprising them too. Like, that was the best I've seen Terrence Bud Crawford. Lamont Roach, he's fighting Pitbull at 140, coming from 130 and a pit stop at 135. You have Shakur Stevenson talking about fighting Teofimo Lopez. They're very close to making that fight at 140. And I think all of them would look their best there, especially Roach, where he ain't knocking nobody out down there at 130. But I bet you he'll be swatting far more at 140. Gervonta Tank Davis, I think, just like the others, fighting closer to your walk-around weight is just going to be one of the better performances for Gervonta Tank Davis. He's going to learn a lot about his body. He's going to learn a lot about himself and where he should campaign moving forward. Maybe even meeting Roach in that rematch at 140 himself. Also, another reason why I think it behooves him to come in knocking at 160 pounds is because of Jake Paul. It's not like Tank is going to dodge every punch Jake Paul throws, all right? Some of those going to land, and more than likely it's going to land on his guard. Tank is going to have this guard up. We need for him to be solid enough, his foundation and his base solid enough, so when Jake Paul hits him with those shots, he doesn't go flying around the ring.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has reportedly been sparring with much bigger opponents in preparation for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, but that's nothing new for him. Since the early days of his career, Davis has regularly challenged himself against heavier fighters, using those sessions to fine-tune his timing, accuracy, and composure under pressure. With his explosive power and sharp fight IQ, Tank has never struggled to handle bigger opponents. In fact, he's made a habit of turning that challenge into an advantage. His latest training footage, Gervonta "Tank" Davis appears sharper, leaner, and more focused than ever. Every punch he throws shows a perfect blend of power and precision, the result of years of discipline and refinement. His footwork is light but controlled, and each movement carries purpose. Those watching his workouts can see the intensity in his eyes and the seamless coordination between his speed, timing, and strength. The clips alone make it clear how seriously Davis is taking this fight. Experts across the boxing world have noted that he looks in some of the best shape of his career, describing him as ready for war. The way Tank is combining power, timing, and ring control in training has reignited talk about just how dangerous he still is at the elite level. One of the biggest discussions surrounding this fight is the ** weight difference **. Some believe Jake Paul's natural size gives him an advantage, while others argue that Gervonta Tank Davis's skill will completely neutralize any physical gap. Fans have questioned whether the size disparity could make things tougher for Davis, but those familiar with his career know he's regularly sparred and trained with bigger opponents. Supporters remind everyone that boxing isn't just about weight, it's about ** timing, discipline, and technical intelligence **. Tank's sharp defense and world-class counterpunching make him a nightmare to figure out, no matter an opponent's size. His team remains confident that his experience under pressure and ability to read movement will help him turn Jake's size into a disadvantage. For Davis, this fight isn't about proving who's stronger, it's about proving who's the better boxer.
NBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who's unbeaten in 31 professional contests, takes on the self-proclaimed problem child Jake Paul, one of the most influential and marketable global personalities. Paul and Davis square off in Miami after doubts around the fight being sanctioned in Georgia triggered a change in venue. Neither fighter can weigh more than 195 pounds. The weight is perhaps the most surprising factor. Paul has boxed most of his career around 200 pounds, the cruiserweight limit, but did tip the scales at 227 pounds when he faced off against Iron Mike Tyson last year. Davis, much smaller in stature, competes at the 135 pound mark and has also won world honours at super featherweight.
And despite some discussions about possibly dropping down to 10 ounces, the pair seem set to wear 12-ounce gloves.
And in terms of distance, despite the exhibition tag, the fight will play out over 10 3-minute rounds with 3 scoring judges at ringside, but the result will not be officially recorded on their professional records.
Lamont Roach has recently voiced his frustrations with Gervonta Tank Davis, hinting at some unresolved tension between them. His comments have sparked discussion across the boxing world, with many analysts noting a tone of bitterness in his words. They suggest
the question is direct. Reportedly, Tank's going to make $40 million around there to fight Jake Paul. Would you do the same thing if you were in the situation? And he's like, actually, this is what I explained before. You're beating around the bush. It's really a yes or no. I would do it. I would take the 40 mil, or I wouldn't take the 40 mil. But let's listen to this long, drawn-out explanation.
There's about $40 million that he's going to get paid. If you were in his shoes, wouldn't you do the same thing?
See, now, this is something that I explain and express, and I hope everybody gets. That opportunity is an opportunity that you probably cannot pass up. But it's about how you handle it. It's about how you go about it. A lot of people don't know they actually exercise his rights to the rematch, so that contractually binds us to a fight. You cannot breach that unless you do what you have to do to handle the business to be